Nintendo 64 Fun Time.
What is up, YouTube? Nintendo 64 Fun Time coming back at you. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to do actually kind of a special video for you. I've been thinking, and one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but I just haven't had the time, is to go back and play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, when I come down and shoot my videos, typically my daughter is napping and it's my day off, so I don't have very much time to play video games. So that's why you mostly get those short videos. But I never really get the time to play through a full game. I've really been wanting to come back and revisit this game, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play this game in segments. It's not going to be every week until the game's completed. It may take me a year or so. I'm not going to, like I said, do it every video, but maybe I can get a half hour, 45 minutes of gameplay in every now and again, and you guys can just enjoy the journey along with me. So yeah, it just gives me an opportunity to play through these a little bit longer games. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to be playing on my cartridge. My batteries are starting to die in some of these games, which, you know, it's really not that hard to go into the games, resolder in a new battery, and you're good to go. But the problem is once the battery dies, the save is gone. So I'm going to be playing on my EverDrive. It saves it digitally, and I can back it up onto my computer, and then it's also on the EverDrive as well. So it just kind of preserves your games. I know we all like to do that, kind of preserve our game. That way you can go back to it. You can have as many as you want, and it's just one of those things that I like to do. So I'm going to be playing on my EverDrive, but I mean, I've beaten this game so many times. I love this game so much, and I'm really excited to do this, so just stick around. These are going to be longer videos, but I hope you guys enjoy it. And another thing, I am still doing my Super Mario cereal giveaway. You still got about a week or so. Just go back to that Super Mario cereal video, like, subscribe, and comment in that video, and I'm going to pick a winner, and I'm going to send you out a free box of Super Mario cereal. And if you are interested, I am going to keep looking in boxes, and I'll try to pick them up and give them to people who really want them. So anyway, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I hope you enjoy this epic journey we're about to go on. Here we go. Alright guys, here we go. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And like I said, I am not a professional gamer, so you may be yelling at me while I play this because I'm missing some stuff, but it is what it is. It's N64 Fun Time. Boom. I would always put really funny, inappropriate things in there. That way when people said your name in the game, it would actually, I would think it was funny and I'd giggle to myself. So I forgot there's a little bit of a longer intro video. I don't think you can skip it, but it's part of the game. It's part of the journey, so you guys can enjoy it with me here. Maybe you're new to gaming, maybe you're new to retro gaming, you just kind of stumbled upon the channel as well and you haven't played this game before. If you are a newer gamer, they do have an HD remake for the 3DS, which I hear is absolutely worth playing. So that's, you know, that's something to look forward to. If you haven't played this game before. I don't know how expensive it is, but, you know, it shouldn't be too bad to pick up. So, as far as like a 3D open world game for the time, you know, there was Mario 64, which really I think the success and the reception of that game really made this game for what it is. I felt like they could go into this game a little bit more confident because Mario 64 in the open world did so well. And I know a lot of people might be angry at this, but realistically, this game is almost like a 3D remake of Link to the Past. I know people think they're totally different, but like with the 3 penance and then the 8 temples after you go up, there's the light and the dark world in Link to the Past, but there's forward and back in time, you know, which is like a torn apart world versus like a normal world. So I don't know. I honestly think that this is basically just a rehashing of A Link to the Past. So, and like I said, you guys might not be happy with that, but that's just how I feel. That's just my opinion. I like this one better because I actually didn't get my Super Nintendo until after I got my Nintendo 64. All my gaming systems were portable up until I got my Nintendo 64 for Christmas. So that's kind of why. I wonder if that's a little dark for you guys. It shouldn't be too bad. Doesn't look too bad. So all my stuff I do play with S-Video. It gives it just a little bit more color. Yeah, it looks okay. Alright. Come on. Great Deku tree. So like I said, I'm not a professional gamer. I'm not going to get everything. I'm just going to try to go through as fast as I can. I'm probably going to miss a lot of stuff. But this mostly is for me, and hopefully you guys just kind of enjoy the journey as well. So a lot of people didn't like Navi. Thought she was annoying. She is kind of annoying, but I think it's a cool part of the story. Alright. This game does feel really, really, really good on the Nintendo 64 controller. One of the big things I think this game did, I don't know if it was the first game to do it, but the Z lock-on targeting, I think that was kind of a big deal for its time. Don't quote me on that, but I think that was kind of a big deal for the games. Great Deku tree. Alright, here we go. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to find our sword, and we have to get, I think it's 40 rupees to get a shield, because we need the sword and the shield for the Deku tree. And you start out in the forest area. Remember the first time I ever played this game? I kind of like word of mouth. Oops. Is there a way to... Okay, Z will do your camera. Put your camera straight. So like I was saying, the first time I played this game, I actually rented this game. And it took me so long just to find the sword. And I couldn't do anything because you have to have the sword to continue through this little first part of the game. But that's what was fun about these games. They were a new experience, and you had to explore the world, and I don't know. It was a totally different experience back in the day to experience these games fresh. And whoa. Alright, so we got our sword. And now we gotta get some rupees to get our shield. I mean, I don't know why I'm messing around with this. The fastest way to get rupees, I'll show you. Actually, I think there's a 5 rupee back here. Yep. But to hop on these, and it just auto jumps. Get our rupees. Does it only work one way? Oh, I think you have to go... I think we have to do... So you can only get it once per screen. So go in the shop, come back out, and then just do it again. I think that's the best way to farm it. Yeah, okay, so if you hit B while somebody's talking, it'll scroll through it really quick. Okay, so 40 rupees is what I need for the shield. So in and out, hit your Z to kind of bring your camera back around, and then go back. Do it again. Now it seems kind of tedious now to kind of go back and forth and get rubies, or the rupees, because you know what you have to do, but I think it was kind of a good thing, because what it actually helped you do was it made you explore the world a little more. I mean, back in the day, like, you didn't really figure out, like, going back and forth in the shop and then jumping over these things just to farm and get it done really quick. So you walked around and you explored the world a little more, you crushed the rocks, you went in the buildings a little bit more. So, while it seems monotonous now, I think it was actually a good thing to make you get so many rupees. There might be one in here, so we can get an even 40. Yeah, okay, sweet. Let's buy our shield and let's go to the Deku tree. Now! I love this game so much. You know, as far as like the Game Boy games though go, I used to beat every Game Boy game that I would have, because I wouldn't get games very often. So when I did get games, I would play them so much and I would get so good at them, and I would I would beat the game. But most Game Boy games are short. You know, they aren't as epic or as long as this game was. And this was really the first game as far as a story goes. And that was a really long game that I ever played. And I think this game really made me kind of get into like the aspects of RPG style games, especially JRPG style games. I did play this game before a lot of the Super Nintendo games, like I said before, but my favorite game of all time for the Super Nintendo is the Final Fantasy US version 2, which I think is Final Fantasy 4 or 5? I think it's 5. Like, as far as like the Japan Final Fantasy games go. But Final Fantasy 2, the US version, was like one of my favorite games ever. I liked it more than 3 because I felt like the battle system was a little bit faster than like the recharge thing. Alright, so we were able to go to the Deku tree. Let's try to get through the Deku tree. 10 minutes, that's not too bad. I figured these would be quite a bit longer. If I can play for 40 minutes or so. I might try to cut out some travel time too. So like every video I might try to get to the next dungeon or temple or whatever to kind of cut out some travel time. Not that there's really much travel time in this game. It's pretty quick to roll yourself across the world. Let's see. There we go. I don't know if that's faster. I think there's videos on YouTube if that's faster or not. I know people do the lock-on back jump a lot, like the speedrunners. It's pretty crazy. I've watched speedrunners before, and they just like are insane. Oh, come on. There we go. The Deku nuts are literally the most underrated thing in the game, I think. Nobody ever uses them, and I seriously love them so much. I used to use them all the time. Basically just throw them and they're like a little flash bomb. So what we're doing now is we have to get the slingshot before we can go to the bottom of the tree. Got our dungeon map. I keep forgetting I can press B. Yeah, look at the wall, look at the wall, look at the wall. Now, if you can't tell by my shirt and my coffee cup, I have quite a few Batman coffee cups, but I love Batman a lot. Used to read the comics all the time, graphic novels, everything. I'm a DC fanboy too. Might be a bad time to be a DC fanboy because everybody's going to be making fun of you for the videos that are out now, but, you know, what are you going to do? It took me a while to figure that out, too. That you had to block, shoot the nut back, and then stand on his little thing. Ah, man. So basically, he was telling me that if I jump from a really high area, stuff will happen. So this next part that we're going to do, you'll see why he had to tell us that. So here we're going to get the slingshot. One thing I was really, really good at on this game was the shooting with the slingshot and with the bow. I was so good. Like the mini games that you had in the horseback one with the mini games. So you're able to get all the big quivers and the big nut pouches and stuff like that. Nut pouch. Don't say nut pouch. Oh, dang. I hit our ladder to come down. Alright, so now we got our slingshot. We can continue up the... There's a... somewhere... my dog's freaking out. I have a boxer. I'm sure you've seen him running around on these videos every now and again. He's good, just hyper. I think this is where you get the compass. I actually don't think you need to get the compass. At all. To do the level. Yeah, it takes up time. I don't know if I'm going to try to get most of those. You get a few heart pieces and the Stone of Agony and stuff like that. Let's just get the compass. I do want to enjoy this game, but I also don't want you guys to be super bored. One of the things that I used to do all the time is I actually used to watch playthroughs. There were a few awesome people that I used to watch, and they used to just narrate really well. One of the games was Secret of Mana. There was a guy who I always used to watch play Secret of Mana while I played Secret of Mana. And that was fun to do. So if you want to just play along with me and listen to me talk, and that's fun too. I used to do that all the time. my channel's not very popular, but if this actually gets, you know, quite a few hits, if you guys are actually interested in this, shoot, I might do like a live stream or something like that. There we go, that's what I wanted to do, the jump attack. I want to say the jump attack is good for 2 attacks. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do any of these. Backflip. How do I do backflip? There we go. I don't think I can get that with a backflip. Maybe not. Let's see. How do I get over there? Now I gotta get over there somehow. To get the fire. It's so bad how you don't remember these things, you know. Oh, I can just jump over there. Yeah. Cool. We'll get these guys since they're right here. Oops. So, how's everybody enjoying Breath of the Wild? I'm sure a lot of you maybe got the Switch for Christmas. Maybe? If you have a Switch, you gotta get Breath of the Wild. I unfortunately beat it way too quickly. But, I lost my stick. If you can kind of like hit it before it burns down, you can keep your stick. This guy tells you the orders you gotta 2, 3, 1, I think, if I remember right. Two, 3, 1. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got? Let's just switch in the water. You got a hit and it raises that little bar up. I think. Yeah, right here. There we go. Oh, one thing you can do too is I think you can get, there's a Skulla over there. Actually taking a long time. I'm actually surprised I made that. I went really slow. So you can kill those guys in one hit. You do that jump attack. doesn't push. These guys are up. If they're down, you get a Deku seed. If they're up, you get a stick. Whoops. And if you take out your sword right away, yeah, you save your stick. Burn up. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, I keep jumping into them. I forget about my Deku seeds. There we go. Get a heart that way it's not chirping at you guys. And I need the bombs for that. I think there's just a Skulla behind that. Skulltula? I don't know why I call him Skulla. I think that's skull in German. Skaule. But it's Skulltula. Alright. Is this the brothers? No, this isn't the brothers. So this is our little save spot. So this helps us come back to where we are. We'll push this brick down here, and that way if we need to come back down here, we won't have to go through all that part that we just did again. Just fall down the middle and we can get up on this little brick. So you don't need to do this, but it's a just in case sort of thing. Oh, maybe you do, because I think I need the fire and then I gotta come over here. Then you gotta roll. Sorry about the heart, guys. There we go. I'll try not to do that. I know that's super annoying to hear that dinging. My TV's super quiet, so I can't hear the audio a lot. So here's the brothers, and we're gonna go 2, and we're gonna go 3. And we're gonna go 1. There we go. Oh no. Did I miss this guy? I gotta do it over. I thought I hit him. Oh jeez, I gotta get closer. Okay, I got him. There we go, now I got him. No, I don't have to worry about it. I missed him that last time. There we go. Doing okay. Kind of get through this first part in about a half hour or so. Oh, Queenie, sorry about that. You just betrayed your queen. Here we go. I think you have to do this 3 times, maybe twice. You have to knock her down to the ground if she, if you do the jump attack. I'm not 100% sure. Let's check it out. I'll try to do the jump attack the whole time. Goma. Check attack. Yeah. Shoot. Most of the time you can get 2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do 3. I think. Let me see if I can. It takes one more time because what did I get? 3 hits. You might be able to get her in just a few, in just 2. Yeah, you can get her in 2. My first time I could have got her one more time, but I had to drop her 3 times. If you don't hit her in the eye when it turns red, she actually starts dropping little guys that you kind of have to fight. So if you shoot her right in the eye as it turns red, you don't have to fight all her other little minions. Now we get to hear the Deku tree's story, and then we get to leave the forest. Thou hast. People need to talk like that more. Ye olde English. Yes. Gotta listen to his story. I could stop it and start it back up, but honestly, this is, like I said, part of the journey. We'll watch these little cut scenes because it's part of the story. And like I said, if you haven't played this game before, this is something that you're not familiar with. You know, you can read the story on the bottom of the screen there. I would read it out loud to you guys, but I am dyslexic, and my out loud reading skills are super, super bad. That is how I could embarrass myself right there, just read to you guys. Din. With my EverDrive, it would be kind of cool to get the Master Quest. I know they have it for GameCube, but it's just so expensive. But it'd be cool to do the Master Quest. I don't know 100% like what's involved in the Master Quest, but I've been seeing a lot of cartridges around. I think people are doing like a modded cartridge or a repro cart with the Master Quest on it that you can actually play here in the States. I don't know if there was a European release for the Master Quest or not. I think it was Japan release only, but I could be wrong. But I know people are making repro carts. Yes, the Triforce was made by the 3 goddesses that created the earth. I think it's like -4 degrees outside today. I'm not even kidding. It's so cold. It's crazy. It's been that cold here for about 2-3 weeks now. Which is fine. I love winter. I go ice fishing. One of the crazy people that actually likes the snow in the wintertime. Nintendo 64 fun time. Go to Hyrule Castle. Come on. Alright, so we got our first little jewel here. I think he called it. Or stone. Our first stone. I'm out of coffee. It's bad. I'm out of coffee. No, the Deku tree. So if you guys didn't read that, basically when we went inside of him, he was pretty much cursed. That's why all the bugs and the Goma and stuff was inside of him. And we freed him of the curse, but it was too late, so the Deku tree is dead. Unfortunately. Very sad. I think I'm banished. Did I get banished? They think I killed him. Why would you do a thing like that? Oh no, they're just angry at me. I'm not banished. Alright, we got one thing that we're gonna do before we leave. We're gonna go into the forest and get a bigger bag for a slingshot here, and then we'll continue, and I'll probably stop it there. In our next video we can continue our journey as we step out into Hyrule Field for the first time. So hit the target right in the middle 3 times and you get a pouch of 40. Do I have to go see Sarah in the forest before I leave? I don't know. Let's try to leave and see what happens. Maybe I do have to go see Sarah in the Lost Woods before I leave. Let's just check. Let's try to leave. This chick might tell me to go see Sarah, I think her name is. Oh no, I can leave. Okay, she's right there. Okay. For some reason I thought I had to go get the Ocarina from her in the forest, but just haven't played this game in so many years. I was actually able to beat it one time. I actually went through and got every Skulltula and I got every heart piece. You know, you can go back and get the ice arrows, which I always thought was kind of stupid that you had to go back at the very end of the game, because then you get the ice arrows and it's like, why do I have these now? Because I'm technically done with the game, so I can't really use them throughout the game anymore. But it's cool that they kind of give you that bonus dungeon, going back and getting the ice arrows at the end. Come on! Don't even say anything. Just start backing away. Link is running away from his feelings. That's what Link is doing. Never run away from your feelings like Link did. Look how sad Sarah was. She was like, Link, I'm sad. Boom, here we go. Now, what was cool about this was like, you know, you're in the forest and it's already big. It's already big. It already feels big. But then once you complete that segment and then all of a sudden you're here, it's like the game is just insanely big. And you have to understand at the time, like, there was not a game that was this open and this big and this, like, it just, like, games just weren't like this back on the day. So to have a game where all of a sudden you come out and you can just go anywhere you want to, do anything you want to, and in an area this large was amazing. Especially with no loading, and it's smooth. I don't know how the draw distance is in this game. Once we kind of get out in the field, we can kind of see how our draw distance is, as far as like the pop up and stuff. Did you get all that? Yes, I did. Don't just click that, because if you do, you're gonna say no, and he's gonna say it again. You're gonna go, dang it. Alright, so we are in the field. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it from almost 40 minutes. Let's do this. Let's just go to the ranch. And once we get to the ranch, we'll stop there. And once we pick the game back up, we'll do the ranch and get Epona, and then we'll continue on to the castle to meet Princess Zelda, which is actually one of my favorite segments of the entire game. There's actually a stealth segment, which is really, really fun, really, really cool. So let's just get to the ranch. I don't know if we're going to get there before dark. Let's see if we can get there before dark. It just got dark. So we have to wait till morning. I think we have to wait till morning, because she's inside. But we can get the chickens and get the bottle. But anyway, we're at Long Lawn Ranch. I'm going to stop from there. We were able to go through the Deku tree and get our first little emerald. So there you go. We're going to save it and pick up where we left off next time we have an opportunity to play this. I'm not going to play it the next time. I'll do another game review for you guys, but I hope you liked this. If you do like it, please just let me know you want more. If you guys hate it, then I won't do any more videos. I'll just try to play this on my own time. But there you go, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, the first 40 minutes or so. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Nintendo 64 fun time. Always be gaming.